How's it going, everybody? Josh here from Spawn Fly Fish, and we're going to start this video off a little differently. What we're going to have you do is be sure to hit like and subscribe to kick things off here. Helps us out a great deal, and we would love your support in that. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to take out this 60-degree jig shank, and we're going to slide on a Spawn 7.5 millimeter football bead here, and we're going to work that around onto the neck. So this will be the platform for this fly, and we are going to get after it. First things first, we're going to secure that bead with some lead-free wraps, 0.025, and just slide that up in there, and that's going to secure that bead right where we want it, right along that neck of the shank. All right, now we're going to bring the arm down and add some thread wraps here, securing everything in place. Do my best to keep my fingers out of the way so you can see it. Cool. Alrighty. Next thing we're going to do here is we're going to take some Senyos Intruder wire in black. Need about 3 inches of this. And we're going to take your favorite stinger hook here. There's a lot of different hook options to go with this. Today we are rocking the Ahrex XO774. And we'll slide that intruder wire into the eye and bring it through like so. All right, so then we're going to separate these. So one set of the wire goes on each side of the shank around that bend, and I like using this because it keeps those two wires separated, and then it really just secures it into position. So then we're going to add some wraps, bring it up, add some wraps, same locking technique. Some people use some different techniques here to secure these. I've never had one pulled out before, not once, and I never really do anything special. We're going to trim this off here. Need some new wire cutters. And we're going to secure that down again. We will throw a teeny bit of head cement on here, but again, even without head cement, I've still never had one come off. But just for a little peace of mind here, we're going to get a little bit of adhesive on there to just secure that down. Not a lot, and we will move on. So the foundation is truly set for this fly. This is going to be a coho killer for us here in a month or two in the rivers. So what's actually interesting is I don't really fish pink and purple in the salt at all. But when they do move into the rivers, it is my favorite color combination. So this is the Krystal Flash Chenille in fluorescent fuchsia from Hareline. And this stuff's kind of thick, so you don't need to be super touching wraps. Just work our way forward here and leave about, I would say, 8 millimeters, a bead width. So we're going to work that back. We just want a bump of chenille here. It's going to push out this next material and really create a nice platform for this fly. Alrighty, clean that up a bit. Next thing we're going to take here is some Schlappen from Hareline in purple. We're going to pick out here a nice little feather, and that's a good one. First thing we're going to do is brush these fibers back a little bit. And we will work the thread back to there and tie it in. Alrighty, and now we will begin wrapping this feather and moving it up towards the bead. You can brush these initial fibers back. Make sure that stem doesn't turn on you. If it's going to turn, this is going to be when it wants to. And just continue to wrap those fibers as we move forward along this fly. Might not look beautiful right away, but it will start to clean up the more wraps of this Schlappen that you get on there. And it's going to look really, really nice in the water. As you can see, it's already starting to take form. And the only thing you got to be mindful of, like I mentioned earlier when wrapping this Schlappen feather, is that that stem does not turn. All right, a couple thread wraps there, and Yahtzee. Sweet. So you could probably leave it just like this, and it would fish just great. But I do like to get a little bit of flash and a little bit of legs in the mix here. I got a lot of friends that fish a lot of coho, and that is definitely a common consensus. If we can get a little bit of both of these in there, it definitely doesn't hurt. All right, so we got some Flashabou, holographic Flashabou in purple. We're tying these directly on top. So you don't need to go to the sides. We're putting these directly on top. And then we got one more ingredient here for this fly, and that is some rubber legs here in pink and purple. And again, we're going to tie the pink in first so that it contrasts with that purple and comes right off the bead. And again, coho aren't the craziest fish to catch. You can get them to eat a lot of things with legs, without legs, with flash, without flash. But it is a fish that's really fun to tie for because you can do a lot of these things and see success in all of them. But this color combo with our fluorescent bead, jig shank, this thing is going to be a true winner this fall in the rivers. Like I said, this is a great river color combo. Just going to add a little bit of thread down there. Throw in a couple whip finishes. And that's that. We'll throw in some head cement here. We got some loon hardhead. Just a little bit around this collar. We are ready to go catch some fish. I cannot wait for coho season. It is one of my favorite species to target. If you haven't done it on a fly rod, highly recommend it. There are a lot of coho. It's going to be an excellent return year. We're already seeing big numbers out in the saltwater, and this is going to be a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit like. Hopefully you already did so. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You make all of this possible. Have a great day.